Well, we've got some more of these letters come, and using this brass that I showed you, I've worked out what I'm going to do to I'm going to put them on. I'm not doing them straight, and I've worked out that if I etch that and then cut these off, this piece here will go on one of these pieces, because Lincoln has to go on that long one, you see, without any holes in. We can do an of in the middle, right, which means we've got a spare one here. That's going to be cut off, obviously, and that piece goes on here, you see, so that will hold it up straight. So we've got one hole there. All I have to do is drill another hole somewhere, one there and one there, and it'll then stand up in three pieces, if you're with it. So I'll show you some of it. I won't, you know, I'm not going to bore you with the lot, but I'll probably show you doing one, you know, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick the letters on where I want them. Then I'm going to nip outside with the angle grinder and just quickly whip the ends off, right? Do that, and we've only got these three to do, you see. And then I can finish it off on the belt sander, you know, I'll probably show you a little bit of that. And then I can etch them, rather, and then finish them off on the belt sander and polish them, you see, so I can show you some of that as well. So that's what we're about to attempt to do, and I think that might look all right at the end. We'll see. Now I think you can roughly see the idea, can't you? I like that one and that one. This one is, I've had to alter it slightly. Might move that N in a fraction actually. Bit wide there. And then what I'm going to do is measure the same distance from the end of the letter along, and I've got to mark it, and then I'm going downstairs to you know, to cut them off, and I'll leave them slightly long because I'm going to, as I say, grind the ends up. When I'm finished, I'll grind the ends up on the belt sander, and then we'll polish them, and then I've got to bolt them all together. And I've got some bolts. I might have to cut the ends off. They're a tiny bit bigger than this size, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of drilling and messing about, but well, we're only playing, aren't we? Hey, as I keep saying, it's only a bit of fun. Right, we'll get on. Well, we've successfully got that bit done. I think you can see that you know, we've not done too badly, they're all the same. So the next bit of the operation is quite quick. We've just got to tickle this up to the line on the belt sander. Or nearly up to the line. Yeah. There, that's snapping in the middle of the line. I would measure them accurately. Right. So there you go. We're all set now. For that, I'm just going to, instead of moving the camera, you don't need to see it, I'm just going to break the edges on the belt at the top, you know, and then we'll get set up to do the etching. Well, it's working, but it's going to take a long time, so we'll just have to get on and do it. There's the forward one I did, look, for my mate when he comes, just on a bit of brass. So I'm doing this the same way, you see. You'll be able to see the letters, that's all you've got to do. But like I say, it's just taking, maybe it's the metal, you know, this brass. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll press on. Well, I think you can see enough to see it's done enough, right? I'll just have to keep going over it. But it's done enough, so when that's, you know, wire brushed up and polished, I think it'll be alright. So I'm just going to have to persevere, aren't I? Well, I've got it done at last. And, you know, it's come alright. I've polished it and that. But the problem is, I'm sure you can see it there, look. The problem is I haven't quite had time to finish it because the stand, that needs cutting off, right? So what I want to do, I've jumped to the less boring piece of the assembly, right? So that goes in there anyway, and it is that way up, right? So this just needs pressing on here, like that. And that's how it was, you see. And that goes on here, like that. And I've got a little bolt that will go in. I've got some of these I found. Drilled the hole with difficulty, but as you can see underneath, I've just got to finish that off, and this needs polishing up anyway, and that needs cutting off. So I thought, just for today, we'll jump to the interesting bit, because I've not seen this yet. And I say I've polished these up, you know, and it's been a little bit of a challenge, if I'm honest. But anyway, we've achieved it, and then that goes in there like that, and a nut. Yeah, I've got two more, we're all right. Look at that. Why isn't that nut going on there? Eh? There we are. They're they're very cheap ones, actually. These are cheap bolts. It's a little tin, I think, that came out of the pound shop years and years ago, you know. So I mustn't complain, must I? But I don't know if you can see anything of what I'm doing here, because as I said, I just want to assemble it so you can have a look and see what you think when I'm, you know, when we've got it done, because I've got to be quite quick, because it's, as I say, we've run out of time. I mean, the video isn't that long, but I didn't show you the polishing and wire brushing this up simply because I showed you the other day, you know. That's all. And so I'll just have to take to pieces and clean it up properly, and you know, get these cut off to size and everything, get it all finished properly. But I just wanted to show you the assembly, which is usually the most interesting bit, isn't it? So you can see the finished thing, even if it's not quite finished, if you understand what I'm saying. That's not going to hold very well like that. Right, I've got one more bolt to put in. This, by the way, won't be there, obviously, because it's hiding it at the moment. And I've got another nut here. And like I said, I'll now know how high it is, so I'm going to, that bit there, I'm going to cut off and round. You know, that'll be cut off and rounded to make that look okay. And so if I can just nip these up a little bit and get them level like that, I can quickly show you the semi-finished product. So there we are. Right. So what do you think of that? Eh? That's come okay, hasn't it? Like I said, that's Let me just put that there and move you across like this, swing the viewfinder around and point you at it so you can see. Now, well, the malt stands out well, doesn't it? There we are, look. Now, what do you think of that? I think that's not... It's made something of it, hasn't it? It's past the afternoon. It's definitely past the afternoon. It's nearly evening, you know. And it took a while, but like I said, it just needs... We'll finish it off and I'll show you it another day. But there we go. I think that's been worth doing. Right, hope you enjoyed that little thing anyway. See you soon.